Hello, guys. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Oh, sorry, I'm getting feedback, feedback. Okay, I'm back in the zone. How's everybody doing? Hello. Good morning. I put out a poll. Be sure to start voting on the poll. I'm curious. I'm almost certain I know what the um, uh, what the general consensus will be. But I'm really curious whether you think gold is going to go 3,000 or 2,000 first. I mean, it seems like almost everybody thinks the gold is going to go 3,000, but it'll be interesting to see just if there's any contrarians in the group here. Let's see how the poll is doing. Did the poll not go up? Where's my poll? Oh, I haven't put it up there. Sorry. Start poll. There we go. I'm putting the poll right now. Okay. All right, so everybody vote on the poll. Let me know what you guys thinking, okay? I got a great show for you today because we're going to make the scalp trading so much easier and so much more handleable for all of you guys because I'm going to eliminate pretty much the whole idea of being late to the trade. I'm going to explain to you exactly um, how to do that in just 1 second. I'm gonna wait for everybody to come into the room. Come hang out here. Sorry, I'm just watching a couple of other things on my screens here. Just bear with me a sec. Um, okay. 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 All right, good. It's all organized with everything else. Oh, let me do this. Oh, aha. Sorry. Okay. I'm back. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Everybody's good? Oh, you know what else? I'm kind of curious. We'll do this as a next poll. I'm actually curious who's a PC person and who's a Mac person here. Obviously, I have, I'm trading with both. I'm primarily using Mac, but I have a PC laptop too that I trade with. But I'm just curious because I think so much of, excuse me, retail trading these days is web based. And if you're web based, then you're going to be, it's much easier to do PC. Oh, okay. Here's a good example of what I want to talk about. So we have an alert in gold on scalp sell, right? Here's an alert. I want to show you something really cool. Um, so generally, we, when we get this kind of alert, we're sometimes late to the trade. In this case, actually, we're not even late to the trade because the trade is retracing against us. So we can go and short it, but I'm going to join ask. I'm in the wrong account. Never mind. Sorry. I want to go to my short account, join ask. Let's see if I can get done. And although I shouldn't be trading. Every time I say this, I shouldn't be trading before. All right, I'm in the order. Right. Let's do this. What's my limit? 83.5, right? 83.5, and I'm done. Okay, so the trade got done. So here's what I wanted to kind of show you. This is a mild version of what I have in mind, but there's a much better version of never missing any of my sell buy signals in a new approach of how I want to trade this. And I'm going to try and do this with you guys. Sorry. Yeah, just bear with me a sec. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. There's a different approach that I want to do with you guys. That's essentially going to allow us to never miss any of these signals by being late. Because what's the biggest drawback with my setup? You snooze, you lose, right? The biggest drawback isn't that it doesn't work. It works like a charm. Boom, boom, boom. You see all the profits that I have on the chart today. The problem is you got to watch it like a hawk. You got to what you snooze, you lose. You miss that entry, you're gone, and that trade is gone. No more. I have an approach an approach that's going to give us a second chance of entry, and that second chance is going to make all the difference in terms of how I think we can all use the indicator with much more relaxation, ease of use, and the same accuracy, hopefully, that we're getting there. All right, everybody's crawling into the room. I'm going to show you what's going on. So we got about 10 minutes before the market opens. Somebody's asking me, Rocky's asking me, would I mind briefly describing how and when my day begins and what I'm looking at. All right, so my day begins at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'm generally looking overnight. I'm looking at a couple of things. I'm obviously looking at 4 o'clock in the morning. Gold has already had a movement off Asia, because Asia definitely has a big impact on gold. 4 o'clock in the morning is the London Open, European Open. I'm looking how UK stocks are opening up. Occasionally, and this is always China. Generally, Asia is kind of a dead zone, except for if you have a big overlap from U.S. news. I don't know, like kind of the big overlap in U.S. news would be the Fed does something, FOMC day, post-night, Asia is always going to react. There's always going to be a big volatility movement. Sometimes U.S. earnings come out that are really meaningful, like Amazon beats numbers, or yesterday, Micron beat numbers really, really big. The AI story continues, so NASDAQ had a big pop. So you get these, you get occasionally stories that move stocks in Asia, and that obviously translates into the European Open. Most of the times they don't. Asia's kind of really flat. I'm just looking at Europe. Occasionally you get something out of Europe that is like a bombshell. That's very rare. But generally that 4 to about 6 to 8 is a pretty quiet time. I'll look for maybe 1 or 2 setups over there, not really do much. I'm doing a lot of paperwork and stuff like that. At around 6:30, you can really, this is on New York time, you can really zone in, because that's when the institutional guys get on their desks in New York. Basically, everybody gets on the desk around 6:30, 7 o'clock for the morning briefing. And there is pre-market order. If there is news if there's earnings before the open, it's obviously going to have some impact. There's also, of course, 8:30 economic news, which is the big movement. And so, you will get occasionally some vol over there, and definitely get a lot more movement over there. I told you guys that a super great shortcut to deciding whether I want to trade or don't want to trade, right, is this very, very simple mathematical trick. Go back 1 hour. So we're going to take gold as an example. Go back 1 hour, right? And look at the high. So high over here is 707 and low is 82. It's this monster range, right? It's like freaking 12-point range, right? And then ask yourself, is the range at least as big as my stop, but ideally twice my stop? So my stop is $1.50 in gold, which means that I want the range to be $3 or more. This range is like, $20. So it's obviously huge. Same idea to the S&P. The S&P, my stop is 1.5, so I want a range to be 3. Is the range at least 3? So if I go back an hour, it's 20 to 29. It's 3 times my range stop. So what that tells you is this is a very tradable chart. But if you go back an hour and the range is kind of like 3 or less, or not even like maybe 2.5, it's not true. It's a waste of your time, right? It's a great simple filter to decide, because what are we doing? We're trading continuity. We are trading extension. Our primary thesis when we trade is we're going to buy and it's going to go further higher. We're going to sell, it's going to go further lower. To have that, you need momentum. You need belief that there'll be more behind the move. And if the range is dead, there is no proof that it's gonna do anything, right? Yeah. So I mean, it's a super simple way. Let's see if I can do the full alliteration. The super simple way for scalpers to scalp. What's the last S? Now I'm lost. That's the S&P 500. There we go. The super simple way for scalpers to scalp the S&P 500. There, I am the alliteration king today. Thank you very much. Okay, wait, hold on a second. I think that deserves a pre-market celebration, right? Where's my thing? Where is my thing? It'd be really great if I was like actually capable of doing this stuff. There we go. There's my super simple alliteration celebration. Okay, very good. You know, clearly it's the end of the week, and I'm a little bit bored here today, but all good. So for gold, Patrick, again, I trade ultra short-term targets. You can see, like, look, I mean, I don't have to explain to you. You can actually see on the chart. Here's gold. It's a five tick target, $0.50, 84 to, you know. Oh shit. Oh, wait. Did I get clipped on this? Why did I? Oh, hold on. Oh, maybe I did. I'm sorry. Oh, I was all excited. I thought I made a bid on this, but I actually. Wait, does that make sense? Oh, I got clipped on this. Hold on. I'm sorry. I was like all excited on my gold position because I was short. Let me make sure that this is correct. Did I get clipped on this? Regardless, it's a half a point. Sorry, just bear with me a second. I got to check on my trader bait. I'm just curious what happened here. Doesn't matter. I mean, if it did, this is actually very good because I can show you exactly how I want to repair this. Hold on a second. What the fuck happened here? Am I in the short account? I'm sorry, guys. Give me a sec. I'm trying to do a million things here, and I didn't even realize, what was happening here. Let me see. Am I in the short account? Yeah, I'm in the short account. Fills in orders. Show all. Oh yeah. Oh wow. I got stuffed. I didn't realize it. Okay. I did get stuffed. I mean, it obviously says so, but basically, it's a $0.50 to $1.50 risk in gold. In this particular case, I sold the second sell label, and it went. It just popped against me. So okay, so be it. So here's a good. We might as well get into it. Now, you remember I said I remember I told you guys I told you I didn't want to trade before the market opened, which is now I'm gonna have to work on this. No big deal. It was a small clip on my trade. Let's talk about how we can time our trades a lot less stressfully instead of just having to jump into the trade the moment we get the alert, right? And I'm going to walk you through this, and then obviously we're going to hopefully do this. I'm going to hang with you guys for an hour and a half, so hopefully we'll get lots of opportunities for this to put into action. So the basic structure that I was telling you is you get the sell signal, we get the alert, and the problem is that the alert comes literally at the end of this candle. So unless you're super watching the chart, it's very, very hard to kind of jump on and execute the trade, right? However, we don't have to take the trade on the sell label. We can actually, because this has always been part of the setup, but I just realized that this is a much easier way to execute the setup. We can always use this as simply a signal, not an execution, but a signal. What I mean by that is the sell label tells us that a sell trade is setting up, and then we can simply wait for the next red cross. So sell, the next green cross, red cross, sell over here actually would have worked like a charm, right? And the reason why that obviously is so good, because then we can just simply watch the chart. We can watch the chart for the appearance of this setup and then just hit it right then and there. This way, we're constantly warned as to what potential trades are developing, and then we can act on them on a reactive basis, which makes it so much easier to execute the sells and the buys instead of just simply executing on the sell or on the buy, right? This is going to make it so much easier for us. Now, looking through the charts right now, obviously there's a big sell signal on the S&P, and the market is opening up here at 9:31. We just opened up. Oops, sorry. Market just opened up, and we're gonna, for us to be able to execute this sell structure, you'd have to go green, red, right? We have to go green, pop back up above the moving average, and then go red, and sell down. Now, very important question. I'm sure some of you are wondering: what if I get a sell label? It goes back up green, and then it gives me a buy label, right? Then the whole setup is invalidated. There's no more setup. Then you start looking for a buy entry, because you are governed by whatever is the most recent label structure. This is all within the first two labels being the setup. If I'm in a third or fourth label, then I'm looking for reversal setups, for fade setups. But this is interesting. We're really, look at this. S&P just basically went from about 0.75% up, 75 basis point up, to pretty much, down like 33 basis points here. Pretty big correction, 30 to 16 on the S&P. Gold also totally off the move here. Okay, sorry. Okay, while I'm talking, let's do one more sell on gold, because this is, how much did I sell? Why was there two sells? Oh, I guess I sold twice. Okay, that's good. That's even better what I wanted. But this is a good example of what I was talking about. You see how this was a sell label, and we had a green red construct. So this gave us a chance to go sell it again. And I basically got back what I lost on this particular trade. Doing it this way, I'm a lot, I can zone in on the chart because I know it's already pre-set up for me. I was flipping through the charts. So, there's always a chance that I will miss the trade if I'm flipping through the charts, but I'm going to try to minimize the flip. With the S&P, for example, it'd have to go green, be at least 1 minute in green, and then go red before I could take a trade. So it's not, it's not anything that I really care about. Same thing with the NASDAQ. It's got to go green and then red. So I got plenty of time on monitoring those charts. The Dow, I'm just going to let the Dow play itself out for the first 10 minutes. This chart looks like a Jack the Ripper movie here with the slashes up and down. So I'm just going to, it's lots of vol on the first 10 minutes. I'll let it play out. But what would be the trade here? What would be the trade in the Dow? It would be, we have 3 consecutive buy labels. So it's a fade trade, right? But given the fact that this is a market open over here, this zone I don't really trade, what I would have to do now is I'm going to basically make an arbitrary decision that it's 9:35. Basically, I'm going to need a red zone, green zone, red zone without any other labels showing up in order for me to initiate a short in the Dow. So the Dow is kind of like its own little orphan child right now. Gold is done, right? Gold is done on the sell side. We have 2 sell labels to the short side. So now, what are the possibilities? Well, we get a third sell label. If we get a third sell label, then I'm just going to start looking for buy opportunities for a fade move. For the S&P, I'm looking for the first, green red move, the first sell wave. We can call it a sell wave, in order to be able to execute a short, because it's still signaling a short here. And the same thing for NASDAQ. I'm basically waiting for them to give me a chance to enter a short. That's kind of how you want to look at it. It's basically a chance to enter a short or a chance to enter a long, and using the labels and the alerts and all of that stuff as warning, as basically signals rather than actually making you run and execute them. Because what this becomes so much easier is you have the signal, you can then zone on the chart for 2 or 3 minutes. In this case, it's actually taking quite much longer to develop. But whatever, let's say it takes 10 minutes, for the possible setup to develop. You just zone in on that, and then you once it develops, then you hit it. You're already pre-prepared. You're already in the game. As opposed to you already have your trading plan all set up, instead of just being super fast reactive, where you're kind of missing some of the trades. Yes, my setups are designed for the 1 minute chart, because the basic underlying idea that I do here is we're looking for small, highly probabilistic, or very, very accurate scalps. Quick money, to build the P&Ls in a very, very steady fashion. The advantage of what I do, and I'm doing this for right now, I'm running 2 prop evaluation accounts for my friends at Apex. Let me put a link to them so you guys can get the accounts with them. I already have 5 accounts funded, and they're just sitting in inventory. And probably in November, after we fund these $250,000 accounts, we'll come back and we're going to trade live. We're just going to trade funded accounts. Sorry, trade funded accounts with you. Trade live with funded accounts is what I'm trying to say. And we'll just continue the journey, because I want everybody to kind of enjoy the ability to prop trade, and more importantly, the ability to pass the prop and then get funded and then get money for no risk to your own capital. That's the greatest thing about prop trading, right? If you want to know a little bit more about prop trading, what it's about, what are the advantages, here is a free guide for you guys. You can just 60-page guide, which I wrote, has everything in it, including all the terms and all the trading glossaries, plus lots of trading resources. So be my guest. Get that guide, download it. It's a PDF. Just look through it on your commute. So okay, I lost my train of thought. Oh, what the hell is it? Oh, why do I trade the 1 minute? So the reason I trade the 1 minute scalp is because this approach, if I'm doing it right, and again, the big question is if I'm doing it right, almost virtually guarantees that I will never get margined out, because I control my risk so much. I'll give you an idea. I have a $6,500 drawdown on this $250,000 account. I don't think I ever, since the start of this week, I don't think I've drawn down more than $500. Even in yesterday, when I had a complete fucked up day yesterday, right? We butchered the long account. By the way, the long account is right back to where I was yesterday. I told you I was going to bring the long account back. You just have to trust the process. It was just a horrible morning. And also I did a lot of, stupid things on the long count, which, by the way, this new approach, here we go. So NASDAQ short, right? I am unprepared, guys. I'm sorry. Fuck me. M, N, Q, Z, select. Fuck it. I'm sorry. I'm unprepared. I thought I had this all set up, but I'm not. So you know what? Let me set this up while I do this, because this is so fucked up over here. I want to do my fuck this. I thought I had this done. Oh, it is. I do have it. Motherfucker, where are you? Sorry, guys. The good thing about working with me is it's always a work in progress. The bad thing about working with me is it's always a work in progress. It's 40-120. I'm just gonna, give me a second. It's better if I just set this up properly so that you guys, so that I have it for the next setup. Okay, it's a 10:30. Okay, so what I should have done, because I didn't have it set up on my Trader 8 off screen here with a stop and a target. For some reason, my mini NASDAQ disappeared off the account. I should have been short here. It would have been a super easy, sell. Okay, fuck it. We move on to the next possibility, which we missed also. Sorry. So while I was talking, I missed both possibilities. Even with this approach, I still going to miss some possibilities. I think because you know what I'm going to do. This is what we're going to do to really make it a lot easier for us. We're going to what is this? Okay, here we go. So this is going to be gold, or NASDAQ. We'll just rotate this out, but we're going to have, it's going to be a little tighter on the screens, but it will be at least I'll be able to see the setups. All right, and I can take this off. So again, what I should have done is we broke the S&P over here at 16. I should have shorted this at 16 for a move down to 15. It would have been super easy. Blah blah blah. There'll be 1,000 more opportunities going forward, but you get the idea. Oh, great question. Parker is asking me, is this a second sell signal? No, it's not. It's a first sell label. You want it, the sell signals are off the labels, not off the red green zones. Those are follow on trades, basically follow up trades. So right now I still, if I get a second sell label in NASDAQ or a second sell label in the S&P, or for that matter in the Dow, I'm perfectly okay trading them. So it's the first sell label in NASDAQ. When it comes to gold, we have 2 sell labels, right? So now what I'm looking for in gold is actually a third sell label, which will allow me then to completely flip myself around to a buy mode. I think that's the best way of looking at it. I am looking to, right now I'm still in sell mode. I'm in sell mode on the S&P, on the NASDAQ, right? So here's NASDAQ. If it comes into a sell label, we're going to do the new approach today. Even though I could take this sell label as a sell trade, I'm going to not do it so that you can see my idea of being able to to kind of pace myself into a trade. You guys got that? Okay, here's the sell label. It's a mini account. So I might as well just take this. We'll see if I can. No, it's not even a sell trade for me. Okay, great. As long as I'm watching it, I guess I could take it. But all right, no trades, no sell labels. S&P doing this. Let me see what the nothing. They just they're bouncing around. We got thick call. Okay, we have a sell label now reappearing again. There are many of you who may be wondering why I'm trading the micro NASDAQ, not the large NASDAQ contract. It's because I hate the product. Okay, and I'm a type of, again, you have to know when you're trading day trading. The single most important thing isn't the strategy. The strategy is absolutely important. Obviously, it's great to have my tools. Without my strategy, I would never be as good as I am. But the single most important thing is to know what you like and what you don't like. And NASDAQ's a pain in the ass. It's a very, very volatile instrument. You can see how it moves, 10 points up, 10 points down. It gives a lot more false moves in its narrative throughout the day. And I just, I don't have the patience for it. So what I do is I trade the ultra small, the micro contract, which doesn't fucking matter at all relative to my to my account size for demonstration purposes, because there are a hell of a lot of you out there who are complete NASDAQ junkies who do nothing but make money out of NASDAQ. There's lots of guys in my room who are super good at NASDAQ. As a matter of fact, Karen, yesterday or 2 days ago, she just got funded and she's a pure NASDAQ trader. So, my job is to help show you the trades, but I also have to know what instruments I'm good at. So you can look at my entries and use your own instruments and your own sizing on the whole approach. One of these days, we talked about the idea that maybe I'll just simply do an all NASDAQ account where, the only thing I trade will be NASDAQ in the long account and the short account. The other thing that you guys, who are joining us new right now, and if anybody who's new, please let everybody know, either subscribe to the channel or just bring your friends in, because this is the only trading channel where we trade live with replicable, completely 100% replicated setups. In other words, there's nothing interpretive here that I do, right? It's not like, oh, we're going to short today's high and tomorrow we're going to retrograde the moon and Sunday we're going to stick it up my ass and use my pet Pomeranian as a symbol for what I trade, which is what most everybody else on YouTube does. They do highly interpretive, bullshit-based ideas, and they go, "Oh, see how well I did because today I made an interpretation that worked, and yesterday that it didn't." Every day I do the exact same thing. Every day I trade the exact same setup, which is why everybody who trades with me gets funded, because they're able to copy these ideas, make these ideas their own. That's the critical thing. So that's why I bring as many friends as possible, because that is our value. We can show you specifically, exactly, objectively. Yeah, we're going to do this. If this happens, we're going to do this. If this happens, and if this happens, we're always going to do this, and we're always going to do that. Good, bad, or indifferent. So I totally got off my topic. I was ranting, raving. What the hell was my point? Oh, we're talking about that. Did I do a long account only and a short account only also? So in other words, I trade one account where I take only long trades, another account where I take only short trades. I do that for a lot of reasons. One of which is, again, my personality. I like to separate things, and I don't like to pollute things. If I have a great, yesterday it was all shorts, right? The short accounts were running, we're making money in the short accounts, and the longs accounts were suffering. And if you're in a situation where you're making money on one side of the market and the other side of the market is killing you, you hate it, right? So like I said to you, the long account recovered at the end of the day because the longs started to recover, and I started to focus on making those good trades. And the long account now is back up above where it was yesterday. But separating the accounts into longs and shorts really makes a huge difference. Keith is saying what I'm saying is true. I know there's a lot of people who have my OCD personality, who will find it's a crutch. Everything we do is a crutch. Let's be honest with each other. All successful trading is all about creating psychological crutches that help you battle all the uncertainty that you're constantly facing every single moment of the day in the markets, right? And I'm a huge believer in crutches. That's crutches create good behavior. Good behavior creates good processes. Good processes hopefully create winning approaches, right? You can't have that unless you have some crutches. Nothing going on. I'm literally watching dick all going on right now. It's 10 of 10. The markets have moved exactly, after dropping 15 handles, we're now stuck in a tiny little range. Remember when I told you that, if the range is not twice so the stop in NASDAQ is 30 points, which means you want the range to be 60 points. What's the range right now? It's what is that? Like it's not even 40. It's not even remotely viable for what I want to do, right? Okay, I get it. Great. We're finally getting a third sell signal in gold. Everybody watching this? Oh, come on, baby. Print it for me. All right, well, we'll watch gold. We'll see. If gold prints the third consecutive sell label. So let's go look gold full screen just to show you. Why is this not working? What is going on with my computer here? Why is this not? Oh my God, so slow. All right, sorry about that. Okay, full screen on gold, right? Actually, sorry. This is, oh, no. I was right. So this is green. So 1, 2, if I get a third sell label, then I start looking for buy opportunities. And we'll show you how we do buys. Where's this? Come on. Okay, now we're getting a third label. I think the problem is fucking Chrome is such an unbelievable hog of resources. I gotta start closing all my tabs. And now I just closed the wrong tab. Fuck. All right, hang on a second, guys. I gotta log in back into Tradeovate. This is fine because we're not gonna do anything with this for a while. I'm just kind of preconditioning you to the setups. All right, I'm back into Tradeovate. This is okay. I'm trying to minimize all my Chrome tabs so that it's not sucking any memory out of this computer. Jesus. All right. I can't wait till the new Mac comes out so I can upgrade. All right, GC scalp sell. Right, this was the scalp sell. Fine. So now the proper setup that we're looking for is going into the green zone once, coming back to the red zone, going into the green zone second time. We're going to be buyers of gold. So if we get that 1-2 wave, we're going to be buyers of gold, right? Nothing much going on in the in Nasdaq. Oh, sorry. This is gold. I'm going to go gold. We're going to go to S&P over here. S&P also super tight, right? We need like a 3-point range in the S&P, and the S&P has just been basically in a mild 3-point, 17 to 12 5-point range. I mean, S&P is tradable in this range, but it's very, very tight, right? What else going on here? That's really, really tight too. All right, so we're just watching to see what's going on over here. Okay, so what you see, gold. This is the first green zone. If this holds, that's the first green zone. We'll give it some time. It's going to go back to red zone. It's going to come back below the moving average, then come back again above. If that's the sequence, without any fresh labels, any more signals, then we're going to be going long gold. It's our reversal setup. Oh, questions. Okay, I've answered all the questions. You heard crushes? What do you mean by crushes, AJ? All right, so we got the poll. Everybody thinks the gold goes to 3,000 before it goes 2,000. Not a surprise. Not a surprise. Let's do a new poll. We're gonna do a simple poll. This is what I'm really curious. Start poll. Are you PC, Mac? Let's see who's what you got over there. I'm actually just curious, from a technology point of view. All right, first green zone in gold. Nasdaq starting to S&P starting to come back down again. Maybe it's going to start printing a second sell label for us. We'll see. All right, since gold is going into the reversal, buy direction, I'm just going to change my accounts to, change myself to the buy account over here for the time being. Nasdaq cap sell. Okay, let's go to Nasdaq. Okay, Nasdaq gives us a second sell zone, right? Second sell zone. So, gold has got to be over here. Okay, so watching gold. So this now let's watch these two possible trades. So in gold, we need a green, red, green. That might take a while. In NASDAQ, we just need a green, red combo. So green zone comes back to red zone. Then we're going to be selling NASDAQ. Okay. Then we're going to be selling it. We could also, if we wanted to, sell NASDAQ right now. Why? Because it's above the initial sell signal. So it's a reason we might as well just do this right now. All right. Sold NASDAQ on the short account because now we're in the short accounts. Oh, damn. I sold it in the long account. Okay. Exit. Sorry. I was in the long account. My apologies. Let me show that to you. I closed it up. It's okay. And the other thing is, by the way, it's not like, the accounts are sacrosanct. One doesn't always. So here, this was the sell. Let me show it to you. See, this was the sell. 18 to 12, I covered it over here on the account. It's not like this is a sacrosanct idea that it has to be one account or the other. But I generally, because you see, I screw up continuously because I had the long count for the move. But let's so the sell trade in NASDAQ worked. But let's now, I'm going to go back to my short account. The only minor annoyance is you have to flip accounts. Let's organize ourselves. So let me make sure I'm in the sell account. I'm going to ignore the gold trade. I'm going to go to the sell account. Okay. I'm going to ignore the gold trade for now because the gold trade is green, red, green. So if it gets to green, I'll switch to the long count. But right now, let's focus on the NAS and see if NAS is going to go back to red. If NAS goes back to red, we can sell NASDAQ. Okay, I just configured everything on my side here. So the first act of our green red has been accomplished. Well, this has to stay red, obviously. Otherwise, we're not even there. On the NASDAQ, if this thing goes to red, we can initiate another sell trade. 38 seconds left. If this thing dips below the moving average, it's going to give us the sell signal. We're only going to trade it on the close of the candle. I'm in my sell account, and we'll let it play out. $20 seconds left. 17 seconds left. No signal. Stays in the green zone. No sell signal on the NAS. Watching both charts. One, we're looking for a potential buy signal. One, we're looking for potential sell signal. I have S&P off screen, and it's nowhere near where we need to be, so we don't care. It's rocking. What do we have today? It's 10 o'clock. We have news. Do we have anything on the news today? Pending home sales, a little bit weaker. Nothing much. Nothing. Nope. Nothing much. Okay, getting a sell signal in NASDAQ right now. 13 seconds left. It's got to hold. Okay. All right. We short NASDAQ on the small account, and limit is going to be 409.25. Right. It kind of spiked out. 19.25 was the the trade. It actually almost went super close to our target. Went to 11 and then just spiked against me, which is the reason why I fucking hate NASDAQ in the first place. Now, what's happening in gold? Gold changed this narrative right now. Gold went to a buy label, right? So now we can change the narrative. We can change our game plan with gold as well, which is that now what we're looking for is a red green. Remember the second wave of the buy. Now we're in a buy. Now we're in a buy mode in gold. The gold has effectively put us into a buy mode. So now we can go. It goes red, green. We're going to be buyers of the green, right? In this case, we were in sell mode, which is green, red, right? And we shorted the Nasdaq. So we're short Nasdaq, looking for 0925 on this move, post to spike. S&P has no signals for us at all, so we're not doing anything. And you see how having this trading plan that is dynamically adjusts to how the price action goes gives you lots and lots of flexibility. Plan if the market does this, I'm going to do this. If the market does this, I'm going to do this. But you know exactly what you're going to do when the market does it, so that you're not unprepared. You're prepared for all the possibilities, even if the possibilities kind of dynamically change on the charts, right? All right, NASDAQ is dicking around. Still a very, very low range condition here, right? Like I said to you, it was like a 40-point range, not really a great range to trade. And not, that's why I'm trading just a tiny position just for demo purposes, but noteworthy to kind of see it. The big move happened and then we kind of just died out over here. Do we get extension? Does this going to go all the way down, or do we get a big V shape? Whichever one happens, we need an increase in volatility in order for us to kind of make it make good quality trades here. Oh, it's a siren. It's a siren. You know what that is? That is definitely a police car. That's NYPD. Yeah. Now we're gonna. Look how many of you guys are PC. 77 of you, 78% of you are PC. Interesting. Okay. Super interesting. I mean, it makes sense. Almost all trading software is written for PC. But my point is that the very, very cool part of it, and there we go. And the NASDAQ gets done. And you guys, now that's my job, is to show you the what the fuck? Let's do why is this not showing me the markers? Hang on a second. Oh, here we go. Execution labels. All right. So now you can see everything. I'm trying to be as crystal clear as possible. All right. We were in the short account. Now we got to get serious about the buy account, because we got the buy label. So we got the green red possibility in gold. Let me go to my buy account. I'm going to go to gold, set myself up here. Because what I'm looking for in gold right now is a green buy change. Let me change myself to the buy account. All right. But I hope you guys find this useful. That I'm going to talk to you about the trade. I'm going to tell you what the indicators does. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the trade, and you can actually see the trade marked on the chart, right? So all of this helps burn this in your mind's eye as to how you should be doing it, right? Is that useful? Okay, now we're green, right? Now I'm green. I got 52 seconds. This holds green. I'm a buyer in gold. I'm going to be a buyer in gold. Oh, no buy, no buy in gold. So Andy's asked me, is this not a buy? Is this not a buy in gold? If you're trading swing, it's absolutely a buy in gold, but I'm not. I'm trading a very defined scalping strategy designed to constantly win, 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 right? So I'm not thinking about the fact that gold is at all-time highs, that it did a retrace to 260, that maybe we're consolidating. I don't give a shit about any of the longer term support levels or anything else, because I'm trading for the next likely $0.50 win, right? Within the very um, orchestrated framework that I've designed, right? So it's very, I hope you guys like the fact that it's organized, that there is these very simple, clear, incontrovertible, objective rules to what I'm going to be doing, right? I have a buy label. I'm looking for a green, red. I'm looking for a red, green wave combo, meaning it's going to dip below, then it's going to, they're going to buy it above. I'm going to be a buyer on that second buy wave because my thesis is it's going to go higher, right? Everybody follow me on that? Just watching the S&P out of the corner of my eye, nothing going on over there. Gold, NASDAQ, by the way, is 2 sell labels into this downtrend, which means that if we get a third sell label, we're going to be looking for reversal signals, right? Reversal signals. And as I said, just like with gold, we were looking for reversal signals, but they got preempted by the buy signal, right? So now we go ourselves into a buy mode. 49 seconds left, 47 seconds left. Let's see if this holds. This candle's got to hold, and if it does, we're going to try to get long gold. $30 seconds left. Still staying green. I want to be very precise with this thing. I don't want to rush the trade because if it dips below, we wait. Four, five, three, two, one. All right, I'm in gold, and I'm looking, and I'm done. You see how it is? Boom, boom. I know it's super fast, but that's the whole idea of pre-preparing for it, right? You know exactly what you're gonna do. And by the way, you don't have to do what I do, which is like you don't have to fucking do it super small. You can do this on longer term, basis. There are guys in my room who are gonna trade like $5 stop, $10 target, and they're gonna add to the position. You can use this in any way, shape, or form that you like. I'm just simply showing you a methodology. And this isn't, sometimes it takes 5 minutes for the trade to resolve. This was just 5 seconds because this is a lot of momentum. But the whole idea is to be on the right side of the move as much as possible, right? Just lock it down, lock it down, lock it down. So another winner, chicken dinner. Oh, I know what I want. I need rating chickens now. Aside from the, all right, let's have some fun. I'm going to have my producer create rating chickens because that's what I need. Winner, chicken dinner. But in the meantime, where the hell are my things? We can do this. We can do this. And we can do this. Okay. But I want winner, chicken dinner. I want like little rubber chickens. What do you guys think about that? Are we down for rubber chickens? Okay. Oh no, nothing going on over here. Oh. Okay. Finally, something happening on the S&P, my favorite product. Okay, so here's S&P. S&P is actually gave us a sell signal, right? S&P gave us a sell signal. So now we can watch this like a hawk. I'm going to go to my short account and look for a sell trade. Okay, here's my short account. And we can look for the sell trade in the S&P. And yes, gold goes, 10 points higher. And those of you who are buying 10 contracts and milking this trade, be my guest. You're doing a great job. I hope you guys make a ton of money. As many guys in my room make far more money than I do by holding on to these positions much longer. The key thing that I'm trying to teach you is the timing, the entry, the structure. Everything else you can change to yourself. All right, let's get rid of these drawings. We're watching the S&P now, because the S&P is a second sell label, and we're looking for a green-red entry. So actually, let me set up my S&P here too. All right, I'm in my S&P. Really? I think, Sweetwater, you're missing the joke here. It's chicken, winner, chicken dinner. It's like an old Las Vegas, saying. It's what people say, like when they hit 21 in blackjack. That was the rubber chicken thing. You're not getting my joke, my friend. Ugh, it's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than having your joke fail. If you have to explain your joke, it's clearly not a good joke. All right, maybe I won't do the rubber chickens. All right, still watching the S&P, guys. Market turning up. Let's see if we get a sell. If we get a sell zone. Jose appreciates my predicament here. What is Gordon saying? What are you saying? Chicken buck. Oh, buck dollars. No. Oh, you guys. None of you guys. Have you guys never seen? What's the name of the that famous movie? 21. Is it 21? The one where they with Kevin Spacey, where he's the MIT professor and he puts together a team of these really crackerjack students who do card counting in Vegas, and they just make millions of dollars. What the hell was the name of that movie? You guys remember? When do I trade? Okay, so I trade live with you guys Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? Monday, I just simply roll from Kathy's Monday thing, and we trade live. Coaching, we do Thursday nights. If you guys want coaching is still available. 21, exactly, right? That's what I thought. Here's the link to coaching. You want to get coaching is a great deal, because it's basically like you get a huge discount on all of our signals. You get all of our strategies. You get all the indicators. You get all of Kathy's FX products for a huge discount to that. You get 3 months of that for basically like a price of a month and a half. And you get my coaching, right? So coaching happens every Tuesday, 7 p.m. New York. It's all recorded. So if you're part of coaching, you get to watch. You can watch on review anytime. I record it and then we post it. Okay, we got a red signal in the S&P. So watching this now, waiting for this thing to close. If it stays red, we're going to be short the S&P. No move. Let's see. So already you guys see how much better, whether this happens, doesn't happen. I think you guys really see how much better this is than what I was doing with you guys all week long, where I was like, oh, we got a signal. Oh, fuck, I got to do this. Oh, shit, we missed it. Now I can pre-plan you and pre-prepare you, so you're just zoned in for that 1 minute or the 2 minutes that it's going to occur. If it doesn't occur, it doesn't occur. Okay, so there you go. That was a second buy label in gold. So if you're, and this is the other thing that I was going to tell you, is when I'm trading myself, all these things, I generally almost always, well, sometimes I'll trade two instruments at once, two products at once. But if I really want to be in the zone, I just trade one product at once, right? So like you can see, my focus is already um, diffused, because effectively what I have here is a short trade setting up in the S&P and a green, it'd have to be red green, red green wave, go into the red zone, come back into the green zone. Second buy potential in gold, right? Depending on how organized I am, maybe I'll trade two of them. But my point is, here we go. Oh, here we go. I think I missed it because I was just talking to my. Okay, I'm short the S&P. I think I hit it twice because I was pressing it too hard. It's a thing I keep doing, which is a little bit of an error, but it's fine. $11.25. See, like this was a super fast. I should have been short this thing. It kind of dipped on me, and I was a little bit late. I was watching something else. Really have to have this now like super tight, but it's still so much better. Whether this gets executed or not. If I get stuffed on this, it was just bad execution on my part, because it would have made the 1 point to the downside. But it's still so much better than what it was before, where I was just like scrambling. Yeah, it's just fuck. It's just it's hard. It's hard for me to talk and trade at the same time. I really got to shut up and focus. I'm gonna eat this probably. Yeah, it's running away. We got to eat this trade. This trade turned from a sell to a buy now. Because I just missed this a very quick entry. I'm actually, you know what I'm going to do? All right, I'm gonna exit out flat on this trade. Even if this works, it wasn't a good execution on my part, and my whole job is to not fuck around on these bad executions. So if it comes in, might actually work, but I should have been in at around 11.50, and I came in at way low at 10.75. Now it's going straight down my way, which is fine. I kind of knew it was going to go my way, but my internal risk control just tells me that if I was bad on execution, I don't need to wait to get stopped out. I'm happy to just get relatively flat on this trade, and be it as it may. This was just not a great execution. I did two things here that I didn't like. One is I double sold, which was, I should have sold one contract. So it was already, still very, very small, but I was still too much leverage. And two, I sold badly. I sold late because I wasn't fully prepared on the trade. And so, that happens. So this was a scratch trade, basically, effectively. But for those of you who are kind of hanging in there, this trade is probably going to work, because it was a 10.75 entry. It's going to go to 9.75 right now. There it is. It does 9.75, and you guys would have been good. Oh, USA, my friend. No, don't get upset. We are. It's an internal joke here. We're talking about winner chicken dinner. Nobody's calling me chicken. Relax. Please. We're all having a good time. Nobody is calling me anything here. By the way, look at this incredibly long buy arc in gold, right? So now, we're still watching this out of the corner right, because now we need to go red, green for us to make the second buy signal in gold. There's no doubt, like I forgot who was saying this to me, that Andy, I think, was saying that, hey, gold is a buy in the pullback. It definitely was a good buy in the pullback. Definitely worked very well. Let's say if you're long and your stop has been hit, but you get a sell signal in the opposite direction, do you go short or do you stick to? That's why I have two accounts. If occasionally I get a long signal and a short signal at the same time, I just go to my other account and trade the other side. That's the beauty of having two accounts. See, that way, at least one side always wins. No, I'm just kidding, but this stupid approach of let's. What I want to make very, very clear to people who are new and probably may get confused by this. When I say I have a long account and a short account, I absolutely do not mean I straddle. A straddle is when you just enter at the same price, at the same size, the same instrument, and hope that one side, soars, and then you stop yourself out of the other side. That's a stupid way of trading. And by the way, it's totally illegal for all the prop firms. They're going to completely disallow your trading. No, what I simply mean is I put my long signals and short signals into. We're going to be looking to my long account right now. We're going to go into gold. Good. It gives me a little time here, but gold. We're looking to get back into the long trade on the gold side. 31 seconds left. I'm just going to be focusing on gold right now. I'm learning that I got to shut the fuck up and just focus on the trade and not talk through this. Yeah, it's no good. There's not going to be any trade. Yeah, no greens. Okay, so no signal on gold. But that's what I mean. There's no straddles here. We're just simply inventorying all the longs in one account, all the shorts in the other account. USA is cranking up. 5,800 in view, guys. They're really starting to push lower, right? So was this a second sell label? Now we need to see a third sell label in S&P. If we get a third sell label, we're going to start looking for reversal buys. Buys off the thing. Yes, I said, Keith, ES was going to win. I took myself out of that trade because I double sold. And I got a bad execution. Again, this is something that I've kind of learned myself, and I hope you guys take it away. It doesn't matter that the trade is good or succeeds. You fucked up on the initial conditions. Hope is never a strategy. Don't hope. Just get the fuck out. And I still don't do that enough, but it's a much better way of in the long run. It's a much better way of doing it. Okay, so I didn't fully monetize that particular trade. So there's 1,000 trades that we did with you guys today that we monetized, and I'd rather monetize the good ones than get lucky on the bad ones. But yes, you're right. ES won. So looking for back to the green zone and gold. Not so far, nothing going on here. And you see, by the way, why the setups are good. The setups, the primary function of all my rules is actually to not trade, right? What I try to do is eliminate as much as humanly possible. Never enough, but as much as humanly possible. The stupid trades. The trades where you shouldn't be in there. Oh, I think gold is, done selling off. I'm going to be a buyer. Why? They're still in the sell mode. Why would you be a buyer just because you think it's done selling off, just because you think it's a bottom, is it, is there any evidence that it's a bottom? It still keeps fucking selling, right? So that's really like what all my setups, all my setups basically have, like, the snotty why embedded in them. Like, why would you, why are you doing this? You have to have a reasonable why to do this. Oh man, time is flying today, huh? Although not that many setups here. Lots of wide-ranging moves, but kind of few labels because markets are kind of all over the place. Was that a third sell label? Was that a third sell label? Nope, not quite. I thought I saw a little flash there, but not quite. The BK Scalper is only available to our members. So I just sent you a membership link in case you want it. Did we hit the goal of 500? I'm not sure, Roger. I think we're probably at around 300 if I were to just kind of roundabout guess, because I ate that little ES at the end of it, and we just had I think only 4 trades, 3 or 4, maybe 5 trades continuously. So we just haven't had that many signals in the day today. As I said, there's few labels and not that many signals. Third sell label in the S&P. Now giving us setting ourselves up possibly for a reversal buy. See, third sell label in the S&P. What about NASDAQ? Let's see what NASDAQ is. NASDAQ is multiple sell labels. So just to show you, NAS got multiple sell labels. So NAS now is perfect candidate for us for a reversal buy as well, right? Again, we need a double buy reversal is where we want to be. But everything is kind of starting to sell off. So let's see where it goes. NAS is really giving up the move here. Wow. Now, guys who are really momentum-driven, technical traders can use my indicator in a much more meaningful way. In other words, if somebody was looking to take the first sell and milk it all the way to the fourth sell, you have this massive moves, right? There are guys who will just simply take the first label and stay in the trade until like the fourth or the fifth label to get out. You're not going to get a lot of those opportunities. You get a lot of stop outs, but when you get it, this is a high reward, low probability trade, right? But when it happens, it pays for a lot of those small stop outs. It's really, really good. All right, still nothing going on here. We're looking for greens in gold, and for double greens in NASDAQ and double greens in the S&P. As far as that goes. You guys like the new approach where I walk you through the setup ahead of time so that you can be mentally and physically and financially prepared and technically prepared for it? Possibly a green move into the zone in gold. Let's see. I'm on the long side. Gold is set up. Sorry, guys. 25 seconds left. $13.14. Going to make sure this candle stays green before we join the bid. I walked you through. I told you it's going to happen. Of course, it does. And this is, by the way, why I do $0.50, because it can be very, very fast move up and then a quick flush down, right? So this is just the scalp version. As I said to you, if you were doing like a big swing version, you could be like holding it long here with a stop over here, 26.78, and just simply nursing this thing and seeing if it hits, fresh session highs. There's lots of different ways to trade this. This is just simply, as I said, continuous P&L, right? My job is to make like 10 of these. Can I get these 10 of these a day? That's 500 a day, nice and clean. And if you get advanced, right? Like if you get advanced on this, right now I'm trading one contract. I absolutely, with the amount of capital and the amount of margin I have available with me, I can easily trade 5. Right. So now trade goes from 50 to goes to 250. So now you go, let's just say I only do five winning trades a day. I'm going to cut everything down. That's $1,250. Super clean, super easy. Boom, boom, boom. Hour and a half worth of work. And you're done. Right. I mean, if we look, everything is marked on the chart here. So let's look at let's look what we did on the gold today since I've been here with you. So we had 2 winning trades on gold, right? 2 winning trades on gold. What else did we do today? Let me see if there was any trades here. No S&Ps. Was there a mini NASDAQ? This was a short trade in this account, but we'll count it. So it's, 1 winning trade in NASDAQ. We did not trade Dow at all. And now we can switch to the long account. This is NASDAQ, S&P. S&P, this is the one. This is the only trade I butchered today because I got a bad execution. I got a double execution and a bad one, which is basically a scratch. But that would have been a winner. And then gold was winner and winner, right? Pretty much. So overall, not bad. Like not bad for today, but not that many signals for us as we traded. Now we're really starting to fall. Now we're really, really starting to fall sharp. And those of you who are like kind of milking these long, declining trades are doing great. I have to sit on my hands very, very patiently and wait for a possible reversal, which could take quite a while. Like, in other words, there could be another 10, 15 minutes worth of really hard selling. Then there's settlement, the first green zone, and then possibly, a move back up, or yet another fresh sell label after settlement. So just have to be very patient with how this narrative could develop. But as long as I stay very much focused on the narrative and focused on my trades, you see that they get done. They get done, right? So that was trading today. I think we're moving in the right direction. I hope you guys like this this new approach where we walk you through. I did a trade. They go fast. I mean, I felt beginning of this week they were just too fast. This way, if I explain ahead of time what the trade is supposed to do, how it does it, you can then internalize the process, and you can also trade, on much longer time frames. Bigger stops, bigger targets, make these trades more your own. But the key thing is this gives you really high quality entry. The best thing about this is it's a great indicator, gives you really good quality entry points, and what you do with those entry points is, of course, your own story. But at least it puts you in the right direction 80% of the time. 90% of the time if you're doing it right, which is what I like. There was literally I'm trying to think. No, there was just one. We had how many trades? We had six distinct signals, right? And there was only one, which was that pre-market open, which I shouldn't have even done, right? I was trading the pre-market open on gold, and it wasn't even like the it wasn't like the secondary sale. I mean, it was a shitty signal, but let's count it. There was 6 distinct trades. One was a genuine loser. Everything else were all winners. So if I'm 1 to 6 every day, which is really where I want to be, I basically want to be 1 to 6, because if I'm 1 to 6, I'm basically net 3 positive every day. And obviously, if you do 10 or 20 of those in that ratio, 1 to 6, that's where you get continuously positive, continuously growing the account, doing a good job with everything. Let me just check something here. Yeah. Okay. Let me just see. Just bear with me a sec, guys. Yeah. I don't want to do this before I crash the computer. So let me. We're not going to trade anymore because I have to go. So I'm going to close my trade debate here and open it up here. I'm just going to show you. It wasn't a glorious day, but I'm not looking for glorious days. I'm looking for consistent ones. Sorry, I'm just pulling up trade debate on this thing so it doesn't crash the computer. Just to show you. Was it this one? No. Yeah, this was very small profits here, but this was the long count today. The long count, which we suffered with yesterday, right? Yesterday, the long count was really, really suffering. Today, nice and smooth, right? Nice and smooth. Actually, if you guys want to look at the P&L for the week, this is a good thing for us. Let's look at this week, right? Very, very steady, right? And this was yesterday's really, really shitty P&L. So I still have another day to go. If I'm focused, hopefully I'll get it up to maybe $700-800 on the long side. And I'll be honest with you, this whole week I have not had a chance to really, really trade because Kathy's had me in meetings up the wazoo. So that's it. It's not glorious, but it is positive, which is the key thing to getting funded slowly, right? We've all done the let me take one day, have a hunch, get a bunch, get funded accounts. But then everybody who does that comes back to me and says, hey, I lost my funded account within a week by doing this. Because you will. But if you do this, you will keep your funded account for the rest of your life. That's the whole idea. The whole idea is to be able to create a strategy that you can trade every single day for the rest of your life with high confidence that you're going to be able to keep the money and get paid out of the money, right? Consistently. No cowboy trading. So let's look at the other account. This was the long count. Let's look at the short account for the week, for this week. Yeah, same idea, right? Is this the short account? Yeah, same idea. So, but this short account, the short account also had a little bit of drawdowns here because I actually made overnight. My wife was talking to me, and I made the wrong trade. Which, as usual happens. A million things will happen outside of your plan. And the job of your plan is to assume the fuck ups, not to assume that you're going to be perfect, but to assume the fuck ups. So, I had a couple of fuck ups and I brought it back up, but I should have been at 1,000 for this, on this account. I'm going to see if I could try to run it again, but that's it. 1,000 consistently, boom, 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 run it up. That translates into, consistent trades. And then you can replicate that across 3 or 4 accounts. And then that's how you leverage it up, leverage it up into 4,000 or 5,000 a week. Just kind of wanted to show all this stuff. All right. No more trades from me because I got to go. So pretty good week this week for us, despite all the issues. I show you everything. I do not offer any free trials, my friend. This is the free trial. You are watching the free trial. This is why we do it on YouTube. So you get to see exactly how this whole thing works. So it's dirt cheap. You want to come join us? I'm giving you a discount here for $145. You can have the account. All right. What is the indicator tracking? It's tracking. We're talking about this indicator. This is my proprietary indicator that I wrote myself that gives me buy and sell signals within my system. And I basically trade my system all day long, right? By the way, So here, like Andy was saying, NASDAQ is setting up. First green zone, second green zone would be a long trade for us, a reversal long on NASDAQ for us. Okay, just kind of let you know. I'll leave you with that possibility, but that would be the trade I'd be looking to do next, as far as trades go. If I was trading NASDAQ, a big if. But otherwise, it's all good. Thank you, guys. I will see everybody next Monday. Let all your friends know. I'd love to see more people in the room. Come hang out with us. Everybody enjoy. Thanks again for everything. Take care.